Hey, say hi, Paul.
Hello. Are we live? Oh, microphones.
I have mine on.
I didn't have mine. Mine's right before of the. I would get up and then Hazel would move and then.
There you go. So we should be live. I don't know. Oh, just a second. They're just seeing a screen, so you need to.
If you're talking to me, I'm trying to figure out which tab you have this set up.
Oh,
Okay.
just so just keep talking. You can't see us right yet.
Okay.
I need you to go to
The sound is live.
1
Perhaps.
second. No, you need to look at the date. Started. That's it.
22nd.
Yeah. I think they can see that. So
Welcome.
Just
I'm
keep
Paul
talking.
J. Bennett, and this is our live stream.
You're fine.
We're coming to you through
Right click on that there.
Facebook, TikTok, and
Remove. Yeah,
YouTube.
you forgot.
And I'm joined today, at least temporarily, by Hazel, who's just chilling out. As you can see here, she's had an exhausting day. We'll talk about all kinds of things. Carol will be joining us shortly. He's zooming in on the dog.
I'm zooming in on you.
Oh, okay.
So just bear with us. We've got a whole new setup here, as you've probably
Yep.
noticed.
New couch. Same dog. She looks thoroughly exhausted. We should probably move this down so you got room for your legs.
There you go. There's already 3 people watching. I can keep talking. I have to go make tea.
So welcome, welcome, welcome. Behind the camera today, we have our expert IT person here, Amanda. Say hi, Amanda. Hi. She'll be taking your questions as they arrive and offering other little tidbits from time to time. And we don't really have a theme for this week. Once Carol gets back, I've got a few things to discuss with her. In the meantime, I would invite you to come and visit my website at pauljbennettauthor.com. There you'll be able to order books, ebooks, print books, signed books if you want, but there's so much more on the website for you to explore. There are maps, there's information about the lore of Eiddenwerthe, all the creatures, the gods, the religions, everything is mentioned there on the website. So it's a lot of fun to sort of poke around and learn more about the world of Eiddenwerthe.
And I'll be
And
there in a
of course-
second with tea.
Yeah. And of course, you can also see the order that the books occur in. And we have them listed both by publication date, but also the order that they fit in chronologically. And now here comes Carol with one of the more important parts of the podcast, which is the tea.
Ooh, podcast. Maybe you should do a podcast.
I guess, well, I mean, technically it's a podcast, isn't it? I don't know. I guess
No.
a podcast isn't live, so
It is not live, and it's edited, and it's a lot of work, and this is much more fun.
this is more immediate. I get more feedback, direct feedback from fans and writers and authors.
You're not making this easy, Hazel.
Come here, bud.
Ready?
Come up here. Yeah. So we can sit
I will
down.
plant the mom's bum. Okay.
There you
Okay. Ah, I have the Hazel.
go.
The Hazel is
I
launched.
just get the kick in the ribs here.
You do. Hello. Sorry about that. I put on tea a little late. I apologize. We just have a bit of a gruff throat tonight, so that's why we're making tea, just to try and get rid of that.
Right. Now,
All
let me open this up because I thought I would start with asking you an interesting question.
I forgot to bring down the book I was reading. I said I was going to do that, and I totally forgot.
You can always get it later, or we'll use and save it for next week.
Emily Wilde, I think, is the name.
Encyclopedia of Fairies.
I've done the first one. I'm on the second one already.
The Other Worlds? No, I think that's the third.
I don't know. They're really good. We've actually been reviewing Cozy Fantasy because Paul's going to be releasing a Cozy Fantasy, and it was quite interesting to see that the interest in Cozy Fantasies has increased by 72% since 2004 to 2005.
Yeah, it's quite a remarkable
And
increase. And speaking of reading books and stories, my
Yes.
question for you today is, what do you think makes a good story from your point of view?
oh, Before or after I started editing, it
No, I
completely
don't
changes.
mean my books. I mean,
No,
when you're looking at a book to read, what grabs your attention?
the cover.
Yeah, it still is really the cover.
So it depends. If I'm looking for a specific genre, I'm going to look at the cover, but I'm also going to look at the synopsis. And if it's a new to me author, I read the first page or two. And that's when I curse being an editor, because sometimes it can be a wonderful story, but I might see some editing issues and I can't always get past those to enjoy the story. So I'd say that's one of the things that's disappointing about editing is it's hard to turn off my editing brain. And when I'm heavy into editing your books, I tend not to read any fantasy at all. I'll switch to contemporary fiction just because I need a break. It's hard to read all day and then
Yep.
read at night.
Yeah, I have the same problem. I'm writing all day, so then I find it difficult to sit down and read.
I know you used to be a voracious reader. We've got all these
Yep.
books over here.
Now I'm a voracious writer instead.
Yeah, but look at all these books you've read them all.
Yeah,
That's
pretty much, yeah.
amazing.
Well, I guess those are all my
I mean,
books.
mine's a little bit more eclectic. I just have the one bookshelf in here, and some of it's a little spicy. But old style spicy, not new style spicy. Old
Old
Spice.
Spice, yeah.
Oh, very nicely done.
That's like they're going to do that for the Spice Girls when they're retired. Instead of the Golden Girls, it'll be Old Spice.
Well, they'll smell good. You used to wear Old Spice,
I did.
and then you
Years
became
ago.
allergic to it.
I did. Yeah, I can't wear anything like that anymore. Too many allergies.
He's not going to be riding any horses. And
I
it's weird.
He's never ridden a horse, so
Never ridden a
that's we've often talked about what we'd like to do, and there's things he'd like to do that his characters do. So one is to ride horses, one was to do bow and arrow, which we did at a fair.
Archery, yeah.
And he said, "This is fun, but I can only do it like 3 times because of my shoulder."
I have arthritis, so yeah.
Yeah.
Shoulder
So
doesn't
whereas
work.
I used to,
I guess I'll have to do a crossbow then, won't I?
yes, I don't know
Maybe
whether
I'll take up a medieval crossbow.
Yeah, you do that. You do that. Now I hear you introduce Miss Hazel. She's been on a few of his TikTok and his social media videos lately because she loves coming down with us. And as you can see, we have a new couch so we can be a little cozier and so that she can sit with us a little more comfortably. Did we lose something there, assistant?
Your internet connection is horrible right now.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
sure others are hearing you, but my views keep kicking in and out.
oh, that's
And
strange.
it's saying
Low.
connection lost, reconnecting.
It could be the weather. Let me
I'm
see.
still hearing audio.
We have stormy weather, snowy weather here, so maybe that's.
No, there's
It was horrible on my way home today.
yes,
You could not see 4 cars in front of you.
yes. So hopefully
Thankfully,
that's
we work at home, so
Yeah.
don't worry so much about
I mean, I would check it myself, but that's my camera. That's my phone taking the pictures. So
that. Yeah.
I can't check my watch, and it doesn't say that it's snowing right now.
So, what grabs you in a cover? What kind of thing appeals to you as a cover?
I like covers that stand out, but again, I make your covers, so I'm always it affects what I look at now and what I like. So I'm looking for things that stand out. I'm looking for something a little bit different. The typography really stands out to me now. That's not something I'm as skilled at. Luckily, I have a graphic designer on our team who's very skilled with typography. So they're able to help me with some of the things, especially with the new covers that I'll be working on, trying to get typography that really sticks out.
Yeah, I find sometimes you get a cover and it's very colorful, but then you can't read some of the text because you need a
Yeah.
contrast.
They'll sometimes do this yellow background and have this tan
Or
cover.
gold-colored
Yeah.
lettering or
What are
something.
you doing?
So there's.
What are you doing?
You're just being weird. She's resting her head on the edge of the.
That's not comfortable.
Apparently it is. She's made of rubber.
No, it's not comfy. Here, let's just get a little bit
So
of
yeah, there's a
there.
wide variety of
There.
styles. Like for fantasy alone, you can get, ours tend to be more, some of them are symbolic, some of them are more like scenes.
Yeah, so the frozen flame is all symbolic.
Yep.
And then Heir to the Crown goes from symbolic to people.
Yep.
And then Power Sending is all people.
Yep.
And
But I mean, just fantasy in general. A lot of
Yes.
them just have patterns, or they'll have
That's the
scroll
newest thing,
work.
yeah.
It seems to be. I think a lot of that is from A Court of Thorn and Roses, because the book became such a massive
Wow.
hit. It had that style of cover, and I
Yeah.
think that influenced a lot of other books.
But what you'll also find is that every 2 to 4 years, the covers change. And we've changed our covers multiple times. Oh, it's up there. I can't read. So we've changed our covers multiple times, and we're in for hopefully a big refresh this year because Heir to the Crown is finally will be complete, and we're hoping to redo the covers and to do special edition hardcovers that'll be available only through our website.
Right. But
Yeah.
we'll finish off with Victory of the Crown that'll match the series, so you can
Yes.
get a complete set that looks the same.
Yes.
I've got so many series up on the shelf that they keep changing the style of covers.
The problem will be is when we make the hardcovers, we'll make a paperback version of that. So then we'll be changing the paperback to be similar to the hardcover. So people we'll announce this one's going down in a month. So get your books before you do it. But
Yeah, I guess if they want them to match,
yeah,
it'd be a good way to do
it
it.
was interesting today. We had someone who bought the first 6 books in the Heir to the Crown series for their son for Christmas. And then they just ordered another 4 books today off your website. So I'm shipping that out tomorrow. And
So that's nice to see.
yeah, it's
Someone
nice to see.
enjoying the series.
yeah. And if you didn't know, people are starting to find out you can buy the whole series in ebook and save 20 to 30% for the Heir to the Crown, the Frozen Flame, and Power Ascending. And you don't need a special code or anything. You just go there and you pick it, and it's automatically discounted.
Yep.
So if you read the first one for free and you like it, you can grab all the
Got one of
others.
fancy schmancy websites that does all that.
I know it
calculation
does.
for you.
Yeah, except I had to do the creation of all that, which took months.
Yep.
So please use that website. There was a lot of effort put into it.
Question?
We have a question.
So I just want to give a shout out to YouTube user Astrid the Red, who's been very responsive when we're trying to figure out the tech issues.
Yep.
Oh, they're telling you what's
They've
going
been
on.
great.
That's great.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you,
Astrid the
thank-
Red.
Thank you, Astrid
Now,
the Red.
I'm curious now, is there an Astrid the Blue or an Astrid the White?
Well, this is apparently a slightly more pronounceable name this time, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's the first comment in there.
Okay.
And then they said, ooh, hardbacks.
Yeah, we're looking forward to doing some of this stuff.
Yes.
Unfortunately, a lot of it takes time and effort, and
Yeah. And there's only
we're
one of
pretty
me,
busy. There's only one of her, yeah.
and I do
That's
that.
that's not the stuff I can do. I can
Mm.
write.
So what the schedule right now is, I'm 2/3 of the way through editing the rest, a drop in the bucket, and my goal is to have that done before the end of January. It will go to the editor, and then I'll immediately start editing Victory of the Crown because it releases in March. So I have to get going on that because
Yep.
it does take quite a bit of time to edit that.
But I'm almost done writing that one.
Yeah. And what are you going to write next?
The second bucket list story, which is called Buckets of Trouble.
And then you have one called There's a Hole in My Bucket too, don't you?
Yeah, I might move that. I like that title so much and the concept for the
Okay.
story. I might make that the third book. I have another one in mind for third, but I just like the hole in the bucket, and the story fits around that whole theme. So I think
Can you tell them what the theme is or no?
I don't want to give it away.
But there is a hole in the bucket.
Yes, literally.
Literally. There's a hole in my bucket. Dear
All right.
Liza, dear
So
Liza,
you were
there's a hole
talking.
in
Yep.
my-
Another
Oh,
question.
sorry. 2 comments.
Yeah.
Kenshin on TikTok says, I love your books.
Thank
Us
you for saying
too.
so.
These books?
Yeah.
Now you notice us moving the camera a little bit. We found that with TikTok, if we move the camera a bit, it doesn't.
kick us out.
Yes. You want to do things like this?
So now I'm curious, which series are you reading?
Yes.
We can see if we can get an answer for that.
And then Astrid the Red says it's red because it's their hair color.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd be Carol the Gray.
That sounds like a knight name.
I know.
Does that mean you level up? When you level up, you become Carol the White?
Yes.
Get all the extra experience?
Yes. What are the extra experience points? Less pain when I move?
Did you start at Carol the Brown?
I did.
And then-
So
No, Carol the Blonde.
see, this is why Gandalf's not a very nice person. He sends everyone else away so he can get all the experience points for the Balrog. See
What do
how
you
it
mean
works?
nice? He's smart.
He's smart, yeah.
Yes.
He's-
For those who've just joined us, this is Hazel. She's a 3. How old are you?
3-ish.
3.
Just over 3.
3.5. I had to think about it. We adopted her in 2 years ago in October. So she's a rescue. She's part Basset, and we think part Dachshund or Dachshund, depending on how you want to pronounce
Yeah,
it.
you can't tell
And
right now, but she's
pure
very
rubber?
long.
Yeah, she's like this long.
Yeah. So since we're talking about heir to the crown,
Yes. Oh, we have another
who
question.
is your favorite
Anna.
character? Oh, well, that was an easy one. Now, tell everyone why Anna is your favorite.
Now you explain that.
The Heir to the Crown series
Sorry.
is based on a tabletop role-playing game that I ran for quite a few years.
There.
And the character of Anna in the book is based on Carol's character that she played in the role-playing game.
Yes.
Now, I was the game master, so I controlled what we call the
Yeah.
non-player characters, of which really the main characters as you read the book, like Gerald and so on,
Yes.
those are all non-player characters. The only other player characters were Arnhem Castor and Revy Bloom.
And
then
later-
later, eventually, we have
Jack
Marlowe.
joined us. And what's interesting is the first book is a rough interpretation of our session 0. So if you're new to role-playing games, session 0 is generally when you sit down with the game master and work through a bit of your background, so you have a better understanding of your character and you can play it better. So because we live together, spoiler, Paul sat with me, and I think we 4 to 6 hours we played all of this out.
Yeah, I mean, I did it for the other player characters as well. They just didn't have quite as developed a background.
But
'Cause it
that's
was like
because
one
I
gaming
like
session.
developing backgrounds.
Yes,
That's
yes, you
I love role playing.
do.
It's my favorite. What's your favorite part of role playing? Because now we finally have a game that you've joined. What's your favorite part of role playing?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, I'm usually, because I'm running games, I like creating the narrative and watching people react to
Yeah.
the things that I've created. For me, running the game is rewarding, especially when it's more of a role-playing adventure, not just a hack and slash
Yeah.
kind of thing. Having said that, I enjoy currently in our D&D game, I'm playing a rogue.
Named Nimble.
Nimble, he's a goblin.
Rogue is a thief.
It's a lot of fun to play.
And how does Nimble talk?
Nimble talks like this. Yes, because he's goblin. Goblins talk like this. So goblins are smart. They're just not very well educated.
Yes.
In my mind, at least that's the way I portray them in my
Yes.
books. So yeah.
At one point, he got a condition on him where he was basically depressed, downtrodden.
Oh yeah.
Ro-
What's the word?
It was
Fatigue?
no, like
No.
fatalistic. Everything's gonna turn out bad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're in this dungeon and Carol's character decided to smash a mirror and it released the psychic
It
blast.
wasn't a mirror. There was this glass
Oh, it was a mosaic.
mosaic,
Right, yeah.
and we couldn't figure out how to get through, and it was flashing 4 lights in a certain order. We're supposed to press them in that order. Nobody figured
Yeah,
that
we
out.
didn't think of that.
Escape room all over.
I know.
Oh,
Nobody
yes.
figured that out. So I went whack. It was very bad. And then he just was like, "Oh, we're all gonna die." He's like, "Shut up, Eeyore."
Yeah, I was like depressed, so I had to play it like that.
He did very well. Nimble is not worth it.
We're all going to die. It
He did it very well.
was very fun.
Oh, question.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a couple. Master the Red said, I adore author inserts for characters. When you were talking about your favorite character is your character.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I didn't understand what you meant. I thought, did you want him to put something in the book?
No.
He doesn't ever tell you what his favorite character is, but it's Gerald.
I think Gerald is the most like me.
Curmudgeon-y?
Well, he doesn't like to put up with
Experience.
experience.
He doesn't suffer fools.
Only
Reliably.
jaded, you know? Like,
I think one of my favorite characters to write's got to be Albreda because she can be really acidic at times.
Yes.
Like she respects certain people and others she does
Oh.
not suffer fools.
Yeah, but she's past not suffering fool. She calls you a fool.
Yeah. Another question.
Eddie on Facebook asks, how did you two meet? Tell us your story.
I was saying we should tell them our story. Okay.
A long
Everything
time
was
ago
legal.
in this galaxy. So actually, when I first met Carol, it was because I was hanging out with her brother.
My first oldest brother. I have two older brothers, so the one closest to me.
In age, yeah.
Yes.
And so we knew each other for a while. We kind of met through the gaming club, I guess.
My brother. Yes.
Well, yes, but you came to the
Yeah, I
gaming
came to
club
try
fan
it.
show at
Yeah.
college.
Yeah. And
Um,
so I didn't think much of it. It was just a place to play games. And then I got older and started noticing boys. And to be honest, this is going to sound bad, but you were the least stinky of my brother's friends.
Least stinky. That's
That's a horrible thing to say,
Badge of honor.
but that's just what I remember. So this is just the memories of a
Admittedly, these were
15-year-old,
a whole bunch of
16
teenagers packed
teenage
into a
boys.
relatively small room.
Think Stranger Things. I mean, it was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like that. It was
I guess a
that.
great time period
It
too.
was. I met Paul probably 82. No, it would have no, it would have been 80. So I met him when I was 13 or 14,
Late
and
1900s, yeah.
yeah, and horse and
The
carriage.
late 1900s, yeah.
And
Trail, you know.
it's funny, we were just talking about this yesterday, and I decided when I was 17 that I liked him. So I had to figure out how to tell him I liked him, but I was pretty shy. So I wrote him a letter, and the letter said, I like you more than just as my brother's friend. If you feel the same way, keep this letter. If you don't, give the letter back to my brother. And I had
Okay.
my brother deliver it.
Right. Now, bear in mind at this point, I had signed up to join the military and
yeah.
was getting ready to leave.
And he was 22 and I was 17.
Yes, I was 5 years older, and in my mind, the age gap was a bit of a problem, but also I didn't know what the future was going to have for me, whether I'd be coming back to London or
But
whatever.
did you keep the letter, give it back to
I
your
did
brother?
keep the letter.
Yes. But then he started dating somebody after that.
Well, yeah, that was months later. That was actually about like a year later because I'd already gone through all the basic training and I was going through my electronics training in Kingston.
And that was still in the fall.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah, this is lore I did not know.
This is lore that's not on the website.
Yeah.
This is a lore film I
And
wasn't expecting.
so then he came back and he asked me to movie, and he asked me what movie I wanted to see. So I turned to my brother and said, Dave, what movie should we go see? And my brother did not want to lose his best friend to me. So the movie he suggested was
Sudden Impact, which is Dirty Harry.
where they shoot men get shot in there.
Someone's going around shooting men in the groin.
Yes, yes. It's yeah.
It sends a message.
It sent the message, and I'm like, oh, I said, my brother picked that. So then we went to terms of endearment, and he did this. And that was our first kiss.
It was, yeah. But far from our last.
Yes. And that's how we met.
And
And
now here we are. We've been married 40 years now.
41 in a month.
Yeah, that's right. My goodness.
A month and a day.
I like to say it's our first 41 years.
Yeah.
We're going to live a long time.
The first time you've been married for 41 years? Is that
No, it's our first 40. We have another 41. We
Yep.
we
We're gonna
married
live
very
forever.
young, so our intention is to make it to an 80-year anniversary, which would mean those who like to read Paul's books, that means, let's see, in 9 years he's written 36 books. So another 30 years, it'll be at 100 books.
Yep, quite possibly.
Do you have that many ideas?
Well, I mean, not right now, but I mean, right now I've already got
3 series.
7 bucket lists, 8 possible books for Duality,
then
3 books for The Lost King.
And
And then I've got a whole bunch of
sci-fi.
other ideas listed in short form. So I got lots and lots that I can write.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
If-
going to carry me on.
Just let you know, if you get kicked off TikTok, please join again. Did pretty good last time with not losing TikTok. We always like to show all the books. And if you hear a bell, it may be an angel getting their wings, but it also means somebody's gone to pauljbennettauthor.store or .com and bought a book or grabbed a free book. Let's see if we can get that ring.
Yeah, that's right. You can get free books.
It just
too.
takes you a moment. You can get Ashes for free. You can get Servant of the Crown for free. You can get the beginning of this series for free, or the series we never talk about. And what's the series we never talk about, Paul?
The Chronicles of Cyric.
And why do we never talk about it?
Because we don't have it in print format, only in ebook format.
It is hopefully going to come out in hardcover this year too. I want to make in the whole thing. Paul did write. We do have one person who really wants another Cyric story. Paul did write one,
It didn't
and
quite work.
I just didn't like it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which is fair.
which is fair.
It was too similar to one
Yes.
I'd already written.
So he will write another one, and it will be awesome.
If you want to see more of Cyric, though, he does show up in some other series.
All the other series.
Yeah, he's the only character that actually shows up in all 3 series.
All 4.
Well, all 4. Obviously, he's going to be in his own series. Yes,
But isn't there a Captain Harnan who's in 3 of them?
no, he's actually only in 2 of them, but he's mentioned in the
his
third one. So he's not doesn't actually put in an appearance. He's mentioned. He's the
Dear.
captain of the Swallow.
I think so.
Swallow or
Are you
Sparrow?
comfortable?
This is wild because you guys are definitely still connected,
Yeah.
but I just lost internet on this laptop.
Oh, so it's just the laptop that's losing it, not.
Laptop is struggling.
Oh, where did we put the other laptop?
We're connected again.
Okay. So you do a lot of different things. You do, as you mentioned, editing. You do some of the
I thought you
artwork,
say like ceramics.
social media.
Yeah.
Well, I meant in
Yeah,
terms of the work portion.
Yeah, 1 second.
Sorry, tech question.
Yes.
If I refresh the restream page on the computer, is that going to affect
Nope.
the stream? Cool, because I can't get the chat to show right now.
That's fine.
So what is your favorite part of?
I don't have a favorite part. It's. I have a least favorite part.
Okay.
I think my least favorite part is telling you the green lines.
Yeah, the green lines are the word lines we have to edit. She highlights them in green.
So when I edit for Paul, I don't just give him the changes. I do all the changes, but there's certain things that doesn't work. Like he'll mention something and I'll say, that's too long of a period between these things happening. Or, if it's the end of the summer, it can't be the hottest day of the summer, which is something I was reading today. And so a lot of those things I can change, but some of them I can't because I edit, I don't write. There's a difference. So if it's more than a sentence structure, or sometimes I rewrite a sentence, but if I have to change a whole paragraph, excuse me, I have to ask Paul. And it is something that I think we will struggle with forever.
Yep.
It's very tough. You explain why it's tough, because it's you who has who find it tough.
Yeah, I mean that's the hardest part of writing is having to cut stuff. And sometimes you have to cut it because it makes the story better, or it's unnecessary to the storyline. But you've poured a lot of energy into creating it, so it's kind of like, I don't know, building a model or a diagram and having someone like cut out a chunk and get rid of it.
Yeah.
So it's still, even this many books later, it's still a difficult process to go through.
We work really hard on it, but that's probably the only thing we ever get into maybe heated discussions about. And sometimes we have to walk away. That's what we've discovered, is just walk away and come back to it.
It's usually it's most stressful when we're close to, it's close to the release date. And because in my mind, if it's something's got to be rewritten, I'm going into panic mode because I'm on such a tight schedule.
And then you hit panic mode, and you
then it's
he doesn't control his frustration, right? And I know it's not me. And most times I can handle that, but sometimes if I'm stressed and then he gets stressed, it's very difficult.
Yeah, 2 stressed people doesn't work.
So that's. Did you hear that?
We just got a ding.
Someone just downloaded a book. Yay! Thank you. Hazel says thank you.
Good timing, because I have a bunch of comments and questions.
Okay,
sure.
This is all working again.
Okay. Okay. Quick question.
I'm working on it.
So that was the toughest part for me for editing.
Chris Ruby on YouTube asks, when will we see your miniature characters or Hero Forge characters?
Oh, you could do that.
So the problem becomes copyright.
Oh, I see.
Right?
What
I
you
don't
mean.
know that I would have the rights to the Hero Forge because I'm using it
No,
as a business.
I think they want to know if you would license them to Hero Forge, and then people could download them. Correct?
It just says, when will we see your miniature characters or Hero Forge characters? It could also just be wanting to visually see.
Oh, I mean, so I've already
Oh.
actually, if you subscribe to our newsletter, I've already shown pictures of the characters from the bucket list because I created those in Hero Forge before I started writing.
We do want to see if it'd be possible. We don't know what the licensing is for Hero Forge. Can we create this character and then I want to bronze them and then include them when you buy books? We keep forgetting to check.
It's a different license for that.
We just keep forgetting to check what the Hero Forge license is. So bad on us.
Hero Forge actually has a license with some bigger named authors that
Yeah.
you can access some of their stuff.
Yeah.
And create
Like,
characters.
I just don't know whether if you buy the STL, are you buying the rights to create that again and again and again, or do you have
Well,
to pay?
I think the concept is it's not a reseller's license, right?
Yeah.
But-
So I know that when we use stock images from Adobe, we can use it, and then if we want to use it for merchandise, we have to pay more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just right now we're too busy to really worry about that at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
I'm gonna put this one a little higher just because
Sure.
it's Anna Louise from TikTok, new here and watching from Ireland. So I'm pushing.
Oh, Ireland.
Hazel
Another
says
ding.
thank you. I forgot to bring you down treats. I was going to give you. I'll give you a hug.
But yeah, pushing it up higher because Ireland, and it is, I assume, much later in Ireland currently.
Yep.
Oh,
welcome.
Just to let you know, next week we're going to have a European edition at 8:00 your time. 3:00 our time.
All of Europe the same time zone.
Generally speaking,
We go in
Mean
Greenwich Mean Time. So
Yeah, we go
some of Eastern
8:00.
Europe will be a little
Yeah.
later, but
And then question is, as a newbie, which book do I start with, and can I buy them here? This is on TikTok.
Yes.
so you can't buy them through TikTok. You can
Yes.
buy
We
them.
shipped some to Ireland just the other day.
Yep. So you can purchase them directly from us at pauljbennetauthor.com, or you can purchase them through your favorite online retailer as well, which should be available.
And
They'll be available in Ireland. We know that.
when you buy books from us, when you buy signed books, you get all of this stuff. There's all different things here. There's maps.
Hazel's excited about it.
Hazel's excited. She thinks it's that treat I promised her. And a bookmark. Sorry, you hang on to that. Okay. She's going to help. And a dice bag.
Maybe not. She's trying to chew the tassel.
And a pencil. And this. There you go. And you get some of that when you get a regular book. Paperback. Because we do both paperback, signed and not signed. So you still get some goodies. We just won't tell you which with the paperbacks.
Yeah.
But with a signed paperback.
And you can get
that.
ebooks through our website as well.
And if you spend $200 US international, it's free shipping. If you spend $125 in Canada and United States, it's free shipping US dollars.
Yeah,
So,
I mean the shop is figures
it
everything
all
out in
does it
US
for us.
dollars.
Hi, Paul. This is Jimmy regarding the Heir to the Crown series. Just want to ask, how many revisions did the book go through before publication? I know this may differ for each one.
So we don't really work in terms of revisions. So
I guess it would be like how many sweeps you did through editing, right?
So 5.
well, yeah. So I had the whole thing done and it was edited and then it got changed because we
We're talking Servant of the Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
said,
but I had finished Servant of the Crown.
Yeah.
And then I wrote Sword and then I went back to
Yeah.
Servant and made a whole bunch of changes.
So
So technically, I guess you would say 6 passes.
yeah, I've actually edited it 2 times after that.
Yeah.
So now on our present books, they go through 5 rounds of editing.
Yeah.
6 if we include your read through.
Now we need to back up because we didn't address the other question, which was where should you start reading the series, right?
Yeah.
So we get this question all the time. It really depends on
Okay. You go
what
ahead.
you prefer.
Okay, go ahead. Me too.
So If you want to be eased into the world of Eiddenwerthe, which is the world that all these books take place in, you would want to start with Servant of the Crown. So that introduces you to the world slowly. There's a small bit of magic, but magic isn't sort of overwhelming. If you want to jump in the deep end and you just really like dealing with magic and so on, you want to start with Ashes, which is the first book in the Frozen Flame series. That's a sword and sorcery 8-book series. I should mention Heir to the Crown is a 15+ book series.
15 plus 6.
Yeah, 15 plus 6 side stories. And if you just want military knights fighting and all that kind of stuff, you want to start with the Temple Knight, which is book 1. Book 2 is Warrior Knight, and that's power sending. That's all what we call military fantasy. I almost said science fiction. Military fantasy, which is all about wars and fighting, and not just fighting. There's a lot more to it than just that, of course. So yeah, you've got your choice. Depending on how you want to, what you prefer in terms of fantasy.
Next question.
Arcade Assassin on YouTube asks, have you ever considered writing a book about writing a book? Possible infinite money glitch.
It's like one of those glitches in a game where you can duplicate stuff and
You mean Motherload?
earn experience farms. Yeah. Simoleons. Yeah, that's right.
So a lot of people ask us, to do videos on writing and tips, and we do. We generally try to do a long form video on our social media a couple times a week. We haven't the past few weeks just because Paul's really working to get Victory of the Crown written. Once that's done, then we can dedicate a little bit more time to doing what we call long form, which is usually 2 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I think for me, I don't want to be, I'm not trying to give lessons on writing. I can give advice and I can tell you what works for me, but every writer I've met pretty much has their own way of doing things. There are similarities.
Yeah.
But the trick for anyone who's writing is finding what works best for them.
Well, that was your favorite thing about going to the book fair that we went to.
Yeah, meeting other authors and finding out what their process was and so on. Yeah.
Oh, what's up?
Astrid the Red, going back to when you were talking about cutting lines out of things, says, I keep all my cut lines in a massive collection of notes for use later.
That's a good idea. And sometimes when you cut stuff, like I've rewritten, a couple of times, I think it's always been the last book of the series. I've rewritten sometimes a couple of chapters, and I still have the old chapters.
Yeah.
And even, to be honest, Temple Knight, I had the original chapter was completely different.
And I included that.
And you included that at the end.
An alternate beginning.
Alternate beginning.
Did people like that? I'm curious. Do you like it when an author says, oh, I went a different way with it, but this is where I was at first?
An alternate chapter. It's like having an appendices.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, so the difference is to Astrid is Paul doesn't cut things out. I cut things out. So we always keep his rough draft. So if we need to go back, sometimes I say, I don't like how this sentence is and I've changed it. And I go, well, if I changed it, what was there didn't work. So you need to rewrite it, which is how we found to work with it. We don't go back to the old one because that sentence didn't work.
And we found what tends to work best for us is I have to explain my intention or what I'm trying to get across. And then it's a little easier for us to come up with a way of describing it. Now you can't see this right now, but our dog is now spending time with Amanda here. Yeah, she's now the tech support dog.
Support is emotional.
No, the support might be I need to go outside because when I tried to go out before, someone else was there. Yes. Hazel, come sit with me.
All right, how are we doing for time?
Hazel,
Okay, I got more questions.
Okay,
all right.
good.
She wants to hang out here. Terp Slurp.
Terp Slurp.
Sometimes I just say the first part of the name.
No, but it's so funny.
Okay. I can slurp my tea.
Absolutely love all your books. If it wasn't for YouTube Shorts, I would not have found you.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Those will become my favorite shorts then. I like shorts.
And then Astrid said, yes, I do. It's validating to know I'm not alone. I believe that's about putting information about where it was going to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be interesting because I know for every book the 3 books you've ended the series with, series finale, those have been the books you have, hey, don't touch that, you've struggled with the most. Sorry, that was my dog voice. I've struggled with the most, and you've had to restart them every single time.
Yep.
Come on, come here. Come here.
Well, I mean, it's difficult too when
Don't
you're.
chase your tail by the camera. Don't chase your tail by the camera. Dog chasing her tail by the foot of the camera.
Yeah. If the camera wobbles, you'll know why. Okay, this is the liveliest she's been in a long time.
Yes, Hazel.
Moped Mike says that dog's still living. Oh, she comes to life for gifts.
Yeah.
Come
she
here.
does.
Come on, Hazel. Come here. Oh, come on.
Chris says ditto on YouTube Shorts.
Interesting.
Oh, so here's my question. Was it the short where he's standing beside a whole stack of books? Because that short has been seen by. You didn't quite make it up, did you, honey? That short's been seen by over 1 million people on YouTube. So I'm curious. It's been running for about 5 months. And it brought us in 6,000 new subscribers. Oh, hello. Hello. You gonna come up? Can you jump?
She's giving you the look.
He's like, I don't know.
Come here. Come on. Sorry, this is not a video about you. Okay, come on.
All right. More questions?
Yes. Or I can ask you a question.
Sorry, trying to
Oh,
balance between things.
do you want to come up? But you'll growl if I pick you up. Come here. Oh, you're very sad. Sometimes it's hard to work because Hazel does this.
Yep. Go ahead.
Very
So earlier in
sad.
the stream, I don't have the exact time because I had to refresh it.
Okay.
Someone was saying, Michael was saying he sent you an email and a message early.
Michael Evans, yes.
What's your general turnaround time for responding?
Absolutely no general turnaround time. It's just
It's been a hectic week. So.
yeah, I see it and I saw the reminder. It's just I've had to do a whole bunch of stuff on the website. So just to let people know, these bookmarks you can now get on the website. So it took a lot for me to get that working.
On the web, yeah, to get it working.
To get it working on the website because shipping was it. And so we had it, it took an inordinate amount of time to get it working. So sometimes I don't have a chance to answer emails, but I'm doing social media, so I haven't forgotten you, Michael. I just actually saw that today, and then I had to pivot and move the couch downstairs.
Yep.
So
Chris replied and said, yes, it was that video.
Oh.
yeah. See?
I assume that's
Okay,
Yep.
so can I tell you a story about those videos? And that's his face. He's doing his face. Paul is a very humble man. And it's not easy for him to say, hey, look at what I did. But I'm telling him it does inspire other people, and that's why he's doing it. So our most widely watched videos are when I stack all 36 books on top and Paul goes, I did this, or some variation
Yep.
of that. And I'm curious, why does that interest people? It'd be great if you could tell us, because I do tell Paul, I don't post them a lot. Okay. We
Do
just,
you want to go up and let her out?
yeah, I will. So bear with me.
You might want to mute your mic before you,
Yeah.
because you'll have to call out for the neighbor's dog.
Sorry, I have to go put the dog out. Here, you can have the mic. Okay. Okay, come on. You can be the talk.
Okay. So, growing up, I'll talk about my reading experience growing up. I was kind of late to the fantasy genre. I didn't start reading fantasy till I was a teenager. Back in those days, we didn't really have the equivalent of young adult. Now, as a child, I read, Enid Blyton and things like that. Oh yeah, I guess we can straighten the camera.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, it was more when I started getting into playing Dungeons and Dragons that kind of got me interested in the concept of fantasy, and so I read quite a few stories. I remember reading Paul Anderson, The Broken Sword story, which was very interesting. In fact, I ended up using one of the names of the characters for a character in a D&D campaign. The Broken Sword is about an elf changeling. So elves like swap out a human with a human baby at birth. So and that was a very, very old fantasy story. And of course, I read Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, which are more well known. So these were kind of like the earlier days of fantasy. And I read Anne McCaffrey, the Dragon Riders of Pern. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. I don't remember.
There's a lot of them, no?
There's a lot, and they went for years. One of my favorite series was Catherine Kurtz, the Darnay series, which my brother I have an older brother. He recommended them to me, and there's a Camber. Now I can't remember. There's a set of 5 books, and then there's like a trilogy or something, and I can't remember which was the trilogy and which was the 5-book series. But those books had a huge influence on me in terms of developing my own world as well. So that was kind of neat. How about you, Amanda? When did you get into I know you read The Hobbit when you
Well,
were very young.
To be honest, you may have taken you a while to get into the fantasy series. However, you more than made up for it raising us kids because, we read a lot of fantasy books when we were young, and there were 3 of us. So you got
Yep.
a good amount of years in there to get us hooked. And I think
Did you guys read like the Animorphs and stuff too?
I didn't, but I think the
I
other
think,
2 might have.
yeah, and I seem to recall. You read the Young Jedi books, I think.
Yes, I really liked the Young Jedi books.
Yeah, those
Which
were
is
kind
so
of
funny
cool.
because I don't really read sci-fi now.
Yeah,
Because I
well,
prefer high fantasy.
yeah, but I mean, Star Wars is really science fantasy.
Yeah, we call it sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I mean, when I was growing up, fantasy wasn't that. Aside from Lord of the Rings, fantasy wasn't that popular a genre. Like you would go into a big, and we didn't have big box bookstores, but you go into the bookstore, they'd have a very tiny section and it would be science fiction and fantasy.
Yes, and now fantasy is its own entire section and it takes up multiple
Oh yeah,
multiple shelves. It's probably
massive,
the biggest.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's a huge difference. And of course, now you can get anything like online too, which makes things easy as well. Personally, I like having ebooks, which is cool. I
Yeah.
mean, some people are purists. They like to have a book they can touch, and I don't mind doing that. But I prefer reading on my Kobo just because it's so much easier to use.
Yeah, I know for me, I was a little bit of a purist. I never thought I'd kind of get into doing ebooks, and then I got one of your old Kindles,
Yep.
and then I discovered the world of free ebooks.
Yeah.
And now I think I have over 600 ebooks
Now, how many of those are actually
in
been
that
read?
Kindle. Oh, like 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have
Yep.
far too many books to read in my house.
It's interesting, when we look at our book sales, we give away a lot of books, but you actually, as an author, the return on free books isn't as good as you might think. So, like if you're selling a book for 99 cents to introduce people, the number of people that continue on is higher than if you give them a free book.
Yeah.
Because some people will just get free books because they're free.
Yes.
And maybe not even read it, right? You
Yeah.
don't really have statistics for stuff like that. You just know how many books you've given
So
away.
I find more people download a free book from their email than they do advertising wise. So we pay to go into promotional emails announcing books that are free.
Oh, and if you like ebooks, you should subscribe to our newsletter because every issue we do a little survey and you can win a free ebook. And it can be any one of our ebooks.
Yeah.
You get to pick.
And we also do newsletter swaps with other authors.
Yep.
So we have their books for free and low cost as well.
And where do we go to sign up for our newsletter?
PaulJBennettAuthor.com.
I feel like
planning on getting you like a little.
I feel like we need to-
PaulJBennettAuthor.com.
I feel like we need a little jingle like PaulJBennett.com.
PaulJBennettAuthor.com.
Yeah, I forgot the author.
You forgot the author.
Don't go to that other website. That's some
I don't
other
think
guy.
there is one.
Yes, PaulGiovannettAuthor.com.
On socials, there was somebody who had the same name as you, so he downloaded your book.
Ah,
I was picking up puzzles for my mom for Christmas from somebody at Marketplace. And I don't know how he figured out that you were an author, but he downloaded this book by Paul
Oh
Bennett.
yes, but it wasn't me.
But it wasn't you, it was Paul Bennett. He says, it's a pretty good thriller. And I'm like, Paul doesn't write thrillers. So I had to run out to the car and get him a coupon.
So
for a free book.
that's interesting because when we decided to publish, I had to pick a name. And I couldn't just I looked up Paul Bennett and there was another Paul Bennett. And then I went to Paul J. Bennett. There was already another Paul J is my actual middle initial.
Yeah.
And there was another Paul J. Bennett, but he hadn't published anything for years. So I figured
Sparrow was the book.
Safe. I can't remember.
The-
He hasn't printed any, whoever it was hasn't printed anything since either. So I think I'm okay.
It's interesting because when you first decided you were going to self-publish, I had nothing to do with it. I was doing my own thing. I was working and I'm going to self-publish a book. I remember saying, well, good for you. Okay, back to what I'm doing. And here now I work with you every day.
Yep.
Aw.
It's not the first time we've worked.
I can move closer.
We've worked together lots of times. So we work well together.
I remember before you did any publishing and before you were working on Heir to the Crown, before it was, I think, you started trying to write a book about a dwarf.
A group of adventures in the mountains.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where the character of Herdwin comes from.
Oh!
So, it starts off, it's a snowy pass.
Yeah.
This band of adventurers is walking through the pass. It's in the middle of a snowstorm and they get attacked. And if memory serves, he's the only survivor.
Oh.
He staggers out of the mountain pass.
Not such happy reactions now, eh?
No. Actually, I think that happens in one of your books, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, some of the concepts I use.
No, it's not Herdwin.
Herdwin Steelarm is the character in
Heir to the Crown.
Heir to the Crown, yes.
But Belgas is the one who get his cousins.
Belgas Ridgehand. Oh well, yes. So this is the idea of being in the mountains with the snow is used again, but it's a different.
He reuses ideas. He reuses adventures. The funny thing is, I can play the same adventure again and again because I'm role playing. But he has used similar themed adventures multiple times in the 40 years.
Yeah.
And they work every time, don't they?
Yeah. Well, because I want to have fun, so I'm not going to ruin it.
And I mean, like, so from a role-playing aspect, one of my favorite ones I used to do was the party. So I've done this for Peninsula, which is Napoleonic. I've done it in fantasy games. I've done it in a Star Trek game a couple times. The idea is the player characters are invited to some kind of party for whatever reason. There's all these people there for you to meet and interact with. And then at some point in the evening, something happens. Either someone dies or someone is attacked or someone poisons someone or whatever. And then players have to figure it out.
Yep.
And it's always a fun one to run.
And I never choose the solution you think I'm
going
to.
Yeah. We refer to something called Solution 21.
Yes.
So the game master, you come up with 20 different ways an adventure could go. And then it goes completely sideways.
Well, this just happened in our last adventure. So there's a guy, he's called a Ragnarite, and his job is to hunt down death mages.
Yes.
And then there's this other group who's also hunting down death mages, but the Ragnarite takes them back to justice, and the other group
takes matters into their own hands.
So we first met the Ragnarite. The Ragnarite wanted us to check on this group. We meet this group. We decide to help this group. And just before we're going to go help them, I go, wait a minute. I don't think you really know what you're doing. We need to get the Ragnarite involved.
And it worked out to be a good idea.
But you did not expect me to do that.
I did not.
And none of the other players thought it was good. And then the Ragnarite ended up saving us. And I was right.
They needed him because he was a really good fighter. And they only had
death mages. Bad. Very bad.
It's called never let them know your next move.
That's right.
Yep.
Even when we don't play competitive computer games anymore. Because it's right there in the name. It's a competitive computer game.
We like co-op games, yeah.
No, you like co-op games.
Co-op games.
Yeah, I'm competitive. Hence, in the name, competitive.
No.
Yeah.
I'm very competitive.
Never.
Yes.
I'm growing up with 3 other siblings.
Yeah, I was the baby.
Yeah.
I wasn't competitive as a child.
See, I only had one older brother, so and he was quite a bit older than me, so.
See, you're the baby, I'm the baby.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Baby.
Youngest of
baby. How was I supposed to know?
Astrid the Red asked, "Did you read a book about a dragon in a magic ring? I wonder."
That does not ring a bell.
Is that
I've
on
read-
purpose?
Pardon?
You didn't get the joke? Dragon in a ring. He goes, "That does not ring a bell." I asked, "Did you say
Oh, that
on
wasn't
purpose?"
meant as a joke. So
Okay,
no.
he loves his dad
Puns,
jokes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Without realizing it. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny if you look back on our old social media. Paul first started by doing a pun a day for 365 days.
Yep.
And they're still there.
Speaking
them
of
anymore.
dragons, though, an interesting series is the Temeraire books by Naomi Novik.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if I have them up on the. I have a feeling I lent them to someone and never got them back. So
we're just
I might only have one. Or don't worry. Oh yeah, there they are. I don't know if Temeraire is.
Like they'll be able to help find
I believe it's a. I can't remember which is the first book.
Well, here's some of them. I don't want.
Oh, the first. This one. The first one is the one on the left-hand side. That one.
His Majesty, His Majesty's Dragons.
Yes, His Majesty's Dragon, Temeraire, Book 1. So I like this for two reasons. One is it takes place during the Napoleonic Wars, but there's dragons.
Yes.
And the main character in this, that is the human main character,
Yeah.
he's a naval officer and he boards, I believe it's a French ship, and they take it as a prize, and there's a dragon egg. And when the dragon egg hatches, it bonds to him, which is how dragon riders are born. But under the British Army or Aerial Corps, or whatever they call it, they're not part of the Navy. They're their own Aerial Corps, and so he's kind of the odd one out. He's a Navy guy.
I need to read this again.
It's good. Yeah, there's a lot more books now. I pretty sure I had more, but I.
So we're missing book
the first one.
2.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
I probably lent that
Yeah,
to
somebody
someone.
lent it to someone.
But
Probably.
highly recommend. But now I want to read it again. I don't know whether I can read a trade paperback anymore because I love. They're so hard to read. Look at this one.
Yeah.
Look how are you supposed to read that?
Yeah, it's hard to get to the middle of the book.
Yeah.
No, maybe you have to find them
In an ebook format.
Yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying.
Also, David says, "Hiya all," and Mystery Hand.
David S.
David S.
Mystery Hand.
David S.
Yes, David S.
He read. So there's
Sends a heart me.
David S. read all these books in under 2 months.
Ah, so he's the lore master.
Yeah. So he read them all, and he mentioned he might reread Heir to the Crown in preparation for
For victory.
And so he would on social media message Paul every time he finished one. I couldn't believe it. I would quiz him, make sure he'd actually read them. Oh, what'd you think of that? Yeah. I stopped after a few because he was reading them.
That's cool.
I mean, now imagine if somebody started today. Could they get Heir to the Crown done by the time it releases in 2 months? It's like 2 months and 2 days.
If you're not working, if you have the time to read all day.
But that's not true because you could work and not watch TV at night. And I could finish a book and a half a day if we weren't. Sorry, I could finish a book in 2 days if we weren't watching TV every night.
If I wasn't watching TV every night, I couldn't write all day long. So I need that brainless time.
Well, would you believe leads well into the question from Gradually I on YouTube is, what's your favorite way of getting inspiration when writing?
Cheesy movies.
Not just cheesy, any movies, any series, any story. It doesn't even have to be fantasy. I get ideas just from
if you're
watching
the movie, do you actually get the idea there, or is it you wake up in the morning with this great plot, which he does do?
Well, I think the story percolates in my mind, and then it could be 3 months down the road. I'll be thinking like, oh, what's something interesting that could happen, and then I'll remember something from a TV. I don't even necessarily remember which show I saw it in.
Yeah.
But then it'll be, oh yeah, that would be interesting. I could do something along those lines.
I don't think it immediately sparks an idea. I think his brain ruminates on it.
Yeah. It's not like I'm watching a TV show and suddenly go, oh, I can do that.
It's that branch thinking, right? Where it kind of leads to a whole branch of thoughts.
Yeah.
David S says, I'm starting them again Saturday.
I should start them again too, but I'm too busy. I have not reread any of Paul's books because I read them 4 times. So I figure that's enough.
Yeah, I've read all my books at least
Twice. Yeah.
And Servant I've read probably 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Because I keep going back for reference and so on as well. So.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because there's characters that are in this book that he's bringing to this book here that you can't see. But the funny thing about Servant, when Paul was writing it, I mentioned this before, when he was writing this, it was new to writing. So in his mind, nobility, you had a servant here, a servant there. But the problem was it was a small manor house and there was only 5 or 6 servants. And he just kept saying, the servant came in, the servant went out, the servant came in, the servant went out. I said, you have to give them names. And that was probably one of our first arguments. And no, I don't. I said, yeah, you do, because they're there all the time. They would know the names. It's not like upstairs, downstairs, where there's 50 servants. There's only 12 or 10 servants, and you're living there for 10 years. You're going to know all their names. They all got names.
Because they all got names,
they came back.
Look what happened to the old guy, the poor old guy there.
Which old guy?
You know, the guy that's in charge that does all the books. I don't want to give away any plot points.
Oh, yes.
See, if he'd been nameless, nothing would have happened to him.
Yeah, if you
like a D&D campaign where you have like an NPC, but you never planned on naming them, but then you have to because everyone starts asking questions.
So I will tell a story. There's one man, he owns a tavern, and Paul just called him the tavern keeper, the innkeeper. And I said he needs a name. And he goes, he doesn't need a name. I said he needs a name. Why does it was a discussion. He comes back in 3 or 4 other books. Well, and that's because of me.
If I'm going to go to the trouble of giving him a name, I might as well use him.
Yeah.
You could have called him Ian the innkeeper.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
Too many characters to keep track of. That's why I have big, huge lists.
Yeah.
Hard to keep track of because you made him name so many of them.
I do.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't let him use William 12 times.
He used it 13 times. 13. But now I want to know the name of the innkeeper. I'll find it. You ask him another question. It's not Hanson.
Me to ask another question?
Well, if you have more on the list there.
Currently, actually, I think we've tied these up pretty nicely.
Have we?
Question-wise.
Okay.
It'd be nice to end with a ring.
Oh, here we go. Chris on YouTube asked, at what time did you have an idea of how the Heir to the Crown series would end? Did you outline the whole series before starting?
So when I wrote book 1, I didn't even know if there would be a book 2 or a book 3 or whatever. By the time I got to the end of book 1, I knew I was going to be continuing the story. I didn't know at that time it was going to be 15 books. But yeah, I had planned out 3 sets of 5 books. So I like to call it my grand trilogy. So the first 5 books are a complete epic storyline. Same with the second 5. And then the third line culminate in Victory of the Crown, which not only wraps up that 5-book set, but also wraps up the entire 15-book series.
David S. says, I got so tired of players asking for names, I made a document with names of tons of NPCs.
Yes, I do that when I run.
Renaming NPCs is players then tend to think they must be important.
Yes.
Yep.
Arlo Harris is the name of
Arlo,
the innkeeper.
Yep.
But I have to say, we'll talk about characters for a second. Well, as I live and breathe, Edgar Greenfield, what are you doing here, you old dog?
Yes. Edgar was fun to write.
Edgar's fun to write because he speaks very basic English. Gerald Matheson, he said in disbelief, I ain't seen you for years. How are you?
Yep.
He's an old soldier who can't fight anymore, so he becomes a messenger. But what's
don't give away too many plot points.
I'm not. He's a messenger. He brings a message to Gerald.
Yes, he does.
But he comes back later. And he again and again and again. He was just this tiny character. But Paul, they're like Easter eggs in all his different books.
Woven into the story.
Yeah.
Ashton the Red said, good night.
Good night. I was going to say, I think we're almost done.
Thank you for joining us. And we are almost done, actually, based on the time.
Gradually sends a clap, a shocked wow face, and 2 fire emojis.
Ooh. There you
So
go.
we're going to be back next week. We're going to do an afternoon edition for those in North America. It'll be 3 o'clock. And I'll have a computer sitting here and I'll be the
You'll be the
technical.
tech person.
I'll be the tech person, so I won't be as involved, but I'll still sit here.
But we still do our normal evening.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
We decided we were cutting out the evening one and just doing an afternoon one, but we know that people like consistency, so we'll do 2 that day, which means not as much writing will get done.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Yes, and feel free to come and visit us at pauljbennettauthor.com. And we'll be here again next Thursday from 8 till 9 Eastern Standard Time.
Press the button. Press the button.